Dear students, today we are going to discuss about advantages of business planning. This is the first module, advantages of business planning. Advantages of business planning. The first advantage is see the whole business. When the business planning is done, it means you are studying whole business. It is like studying the whole strategies. It is the whole strategic alignment, studying about the entire picture of the business, where it is included about the marketing expenses, sales, or long-term and financial cost, product development, working capital needs. So various, all the things are discussed at a whole larger picture of the study. So that is the one advantage of the having a business plan, because you are not focusing on one element here. You are focusing on all the things, and whichever things are um, having a conflict, or whichever thing is not performing well, suppose there is a problem in working capital management, so you can plan for that. So that is the first and foremost important advantage of having a business plan. So we can see the whole business, right? We can see the whole business. Second is strategic focus. As we know that we can have a strategic focus here. Startups and small business need to focus on their special identities, their target markets, and their products or services tailored to match. Okay, when you start a new business, or if you are a small business, we need to focus on our product, and we need to focus more and more about our target market, and what are the tailored services we are providing, tailored product and services, whether is it matching with the product and services what you are producing and rendering with the need of the people. To know that, we require a strategic focus. So that is also a very important advantage of a business plan. Then set priorities. If you have a business plan, we can set up priorities. So what does the priority stands for? You can do everything and you can't do everything, right? You can do everything and you can't do everything. Business planning helps you keep track of the right things and the most important things. Allocate your time, effort, and resources strategically. Like, you are having limited amount of resources, and with that limited amount of resources, you want to utilize that resources in efficient and effective manner. Whether you can take about your time, your efforts, your resources. So strategically, in a proper way, it has to be aligned to which particular area, to which particular department, to which particular division more time, effort, resources should be given. Strategically, you will think this and you'll set priorities for it. Right? It can be given as A, B, C, some priorities like this, 1, 2, 3 as the priorities. So by this, what happens? Whichever are more urgent for you, and whichever are such that if you don't do, it will cause a huge loss for your business. For such things, you will set very important priorities. And there are some things which if you don't do, then also it will not have any kind of some effect on your business, negligible kind of effect. For such kind of things in your business, you won't set as a maximum kind of priority, right? It will be at the lower end. So setting a priority is also one of the important aspect of advantage of a business plan, right? You will set a priorities. If you prepare a business plan, you will come to know which are your priorities, right? And then after that, you will set the priorities for it. Then manage change. If you want to know about change, how do you come to know that your business is growing or not? Just by seeing your profit, we can't tell that your business is growing. With good planning process, you regularly review assumptions, track progress, catch new development, so you can adjust. Plan versus actual analysis is the dashboard, and adjusting the plan is the steering. Okay. See, first of all, we did a planning. We did a planning about marketing. We did a planning about finance, production, human resource, or any other aspect of the business. Various all thorough plan we did about business. Now after doing a plan, what we need to do is we need to track the progress. How much progress is happening in case of finance? How much progress is happening in case of marketing? How much progress is happening in case of production? So we are tracking a progress. Then we will see that the planning what you did, and actually after having a plan in actual business, how they are having an impact. Okay, what is the difference in that, in planning and in your actual? What is the difference, whether it is same, or you did a planning of more thing and you did not achieve it? You did a planning and you achieved more than that, it is very good. So we can say that you are being utilizing, underutilizing the things, right? And after that you can do adjustment in the near future, the things which are not done properly, right? 100% they were not done. So for those 100% unutilized kind of things, you can utilize that in future. So to manage these all kind of changes in today's world and in the future business also, we require business plan. Similarly, develop accountability. A good planning process sets exceptions and expectations and tracks results. It's a tool of regular review of what's expected and what's happened. Good work shows up, disappointments shows up too. A well-run monthly plan review with the plan versus actual included becomes an inappropriate review of task and accomplishment. Okay, see, whenever there is a review taken about task and accomplishment, okay, and whenever we find that a smooth running business plan or a monthly plan, we need to compare that monthly plan versus that of the actual included plan, and we need to compare and see whether there is a disappointment or whether there has been a improvement in our expectation. And that review of the development accountability can be known by only preparing the um, proper business plan, because based on the reviews you will come to know. If you get the positive reviews, right, positive reviews by seeing your actual and by seeing your planned things, you will have a positive review, and that will develop an accountability. And if you see that there has been more and more negative kind of things, reviews, so that will develop a reverse kind of attitude, and even a reverse kind of mentality here. Manage cash. You can manage cash. A good business plan connects dots in cash flow. Sometimes just watching profit is enough, but when sales on account, physical products, purchasing assets, or repaying debt are involved, cash flows takes a planning management. Okay, see, when we take about profit or money, we just have to watch that whatever profit we are having, right? We can't do much more about profit, right? Profit you are getting it by your sales, that's it. But when you see about your cash inflows in the form of sales, in the form of physical product, purchasing the assets, repayment of loan or repaying the loan involved, cash flows, various other things. So here what happens, the profitability business suffers when slow paying clients or too much inventory constipate cash flow. A plan helps you see the problem and adjust to it, right? Either, see, there is a two kind of problem can happen, right? First is that you have given more and more amount of sold goods on credit basis, you need to recover more amount of cash. There also there will be a shortage of cash inflows, or else there can be one more thing, that you are having too much amount of inventory in the business. The unsold goods are lying in the business, lot of goods are there, and if these goods are not sold on time, then your sale will not get generated, and ultimately you won't get sufficient amount of cash. So a business plan will help you to overcome these all problems and adjust these all problems, like whether it is an inventory or whether a thing called as debtors. You can do all these things properly, and management of cash will happen. And strategic alignment. So here strategic alignment means Does your day-to-day work fit with your main business tactics? So day-to-day activity, what you're doing, whether it is fitting your business work or not. Or see, you did a planning of something, and we are comparing our plan with the actual things happening, not daily, but even at the sake of, let us take monthly, we are comparing. But daily, whether you're doing your work correctly or not, whether it is going according to your plan or not, that is called a strategic alignment. Does these tactics match your strategies? The strategies what you made, right? For that, you'll prepare some tactics. Are these tactics matching with your strategies? So that if you have a strategic alignment, if not business planning well, bring up the hidden mismatches. So if you don't do better business planning, it will have a hidden mismatch. So when there is a hidden mismatch, there are the consequences that you will be finding yourself under a big trouble. So there should not be any kind of hidden mismatch. It has to be disclosed to all the people, and all the people, in the sense all the part people involved in that decision making. If you run a government restaurant, right, and that drive through a window, you are out of the alignment. Okay, suppose you are running a restaurant, and that restaurant is only like you're driving through just a window based business is there, and here you are out of the alignment, because other restaurants, they are providing all other kind of services. So strategic alignment is also very kind of important way included in the business plan. Milestones. So when you see about a business, you will be having some milestones, benchmark we call, to set your own milestones, and you can work towards. These are like your objectives of the business. These are the key goals you want to achieve, like reaching a defined sales level, hiring the sales manager, or opening the new locations. You are a human, so we work better when we have visible goals we can work towards. Like when you prepare a business plan, you will be setting the targets for each and everyone. You will be setting targets for yourself, as well as for your sales person, as well as your for marketing person. So this will become a milestone, and then people will start wants to achieve that milestone. Then metrics, it will put your performance, industry, and numbers to track into a business plan, where you can see them monthly in the plan review meeting. Figure out the members that matters. Sales and expenses usually do, but there are also calls, trips, seminars, web traffic, conversation rate, returns, and so forth. Use your business planning to determine the track the key metrics. So here you are going to prepare a key matrix. You will collect all the records monthly, and you will have a review in the meeting, right? Your sales, your marketing, your finance, and apart from that, expenses, trips, seminars, webinars, so web traffic, everything are included. And after that, you will have a matrix, right? And of that matrix will help you to prepare a better business plan. Then realistic, regular reminders to keep on track. So the business plan will help you to remind the things. We all want to do the everything for our customers, but sometimes we need to push back to maintain quality and strategic focus, right? We want to maintain quality as well as customer satisfaction, as well as giving at the less price to the customer. So in these all things, what we need to remind ourselves that um, business plan will remind us, right? It tells us about what is our priorities. Okay, now the priority is to focus on the quality. Okay, now the priority is to supply the less price. So whatever is the priority, according to that, we are going to have a product, or according to that, we are going to do the production. So this way it will help us. These all points are saying about the advantages of business planning.